because proximity is a thing.
And I mean, the sound of the thunder can be heard 300 feet away, so you rock the entire tower easily with the sound of this peal of thunder.
Everybody who failed to save can take 31 thunder damage, and half of it if you pass the save. So,
Rallick, how close were you to passing that?
I haven't rolled it yet, so.
Oh.
Constitution save throw, my friend.
That's only a 13, so yeah, I didn't pass it.
I can give you a +5.
Okay. That would pass it. That'd be an 18.
Thunderstep is just Misty Step for assholes.
Yeah, so with a crack of thunder, Lucius is standing next to Alexander.
So how much damage is that?
Half of 31?
So 15.
Half of 31? Yeah, it's 15.
And there was an earth-shattering kaboom. That's
Yeah.
gonna end Lucius.
That's gonna end my turn, yeah.
You're standing up in your new space. Is
Yeah.
that correct? Okay.
And even if I did, I hadn't spent any movement yet, so I could use half my movement to stand up if you were going to be a stickler about that.
Well, I just wanted to clarify because at no point did you say that you stood up. I just wanted to make sure
Yeah, I
that
could use half my movement to stand up.
you didn't have some master plan that required you to lay prone on the floor. That's going to bring us to Connor.
That's me.
Oh, that's me.
Alright. I am going to cast Protection from Evil and Good
Okay.
on Gus. I'm going to spend one of my Meta Magic Adept points to do it, so it's no longer touch, but instead it's 30 feet range.
Yep.
So I'm going to protect him from undead, because he seemed kind of like zombies. Whew. And hop off the chair. Take a position. Actually, no. I won't do that. I'll take a position here.
Okay.
I have a really funny idea, though. I hope I can get to do it at some point, but
Alex,
we'll see how that goes.
I'll let Alex decide. Is this door currently open or closed?
Open.
Okay. And Connor, are you ending your turn there?
Yes.
All right. That's going to bring us back to the bad boys. Let's try putting people into actual squares here. Rallick, you're about to have a real fun round.
Mm-hmm.
Scrappy will deflect attack to give disadvantage on one of those.
Okay. That hurts. You're going to deflect this nat 20, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
So he takes... So that deflects it onto Scrappy, correct?
No, it gives him disadvantage on the attack roll.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So let's see if that... I don't like rolling to confirm critical hits. What is this mess? Ooh, that's a 1. Turned a 20 into a 1. Oh, God.
Wow.
So, Rallick, that first hit does not hit you. The second hit's a 17.
Yep.
$15 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Yeah, that's... Sorry. I wish I could see both of these at the same time because I can never remember what it's called. But Uncanny Dodge.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just 7.
Yes.
Okay.
And the second guy on you. I have a 14 to hit and a 13
That
to hit.
hits. 14 hits, 13 doesn't.
All right. 14, 16 points of bludgeoning damage.
And I am down.
So these two step off of their chairs and start circling around Rallick. And even though Scrappy cleanly defects one of the blows, it only takes the other two that hit Rallick crumples on top of the dais. And Gus, you also have a friend.
Mm-hmm. It's at disadvantage since he has protection from good and evil.
Is it?
Hopefully against. Yep. That's one of the bonuses.
Okay.
If he's an undead.
If he's an undead.
You did say zombie, so...
I did. I said he looked like a large 8-foot-tall zombie.
He looked like a zombie, yeah.
Don't you have a
Gus,
thing we can tell you zombies exist?
I have a 24 to hit.
Shield.
So that turns your AC
into 26.
26. And I've got a 21 to hit. So both of the fists just come down crashing against your magical shield. And Rallick would be like, man, I wish I had one of those, but he's unconscious and can't say anything. But the golems do not advance. And that's going to bring us to Gus.
Gus is going to move here.
Okay. Are you climbing on top of a chair, or are you going to stand in between the two chairs?
Oh, so how high is this dais off the ground?
Only about a foot, maybe a little more.
Okay.
You could easily step up to it. It's not difficult terrain or anything.
Okay. I guess I'm going to eat this one attack of opportunity as I come over here.
I will gladly take that. 21 to hit.
That's my exact AC.
For 7 points of bludgeoning damage. I roll big damage against the squishy guys, and I roll nothing against the actual fighter.
Yeah, I mean that's how Final Fantasy 1 works, right?
Right. So you're just taking up position next to Rallick's unconscious body? Okay.
And I'm going to feed him one of the potions we got from the alchemist lady.
Okay. You mean the lady that nobody knows is a dryad?
Right.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
All right. So that's 2d4. We ended up with 2 of those, right?
You got 2, yes. She gives you 1 every 2 weeks. You guys were gone for about 4 weeks.
All right, Rallick, you get 8 hit points back.
So Rallick, you're conscious, but you were still lying prone on top of the dais.
Right.
And is there any bullshit I can get up to? Hold on. I'm gonna say that there's no bullshit I can get up to, and say that my turn is over.
All right, that's going to bring us to, I believe, Rallick.
Rallick, get out of here.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna. Well, I can only move like 2 spots because these are 10 foot, aren't they?
No, these are
10
5.
foot or
These are
5
these are
foot?
5
5
squares.
Okay, so I'm gonna get up. That takes half the movement. I'm going to use cunning action to disengage,
Okay.
and then do the other 15 directly this way.
Just crawling across the dais.
Yep. Well, I stood up, but yeah. Then I'm gonna take. I guess I'm gonna throw one of my short swords at the one next to Gustavus.
Okay. You can't actually do a lot of damage with a thrown short sword because it doesn't have the thrown property.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
You can go ahead and throw it,
or not.
but
no, I'm not gonna do it if it's not gonna damage it.
Do you not have any daggers?
It'd be kind of
I'd
like
have to unequip them. I do, but I'd have to unequip them and then re-equip them. That would take an action. So
well, where are your daggers located?
they're on my body.
Well, if they're just like on a bandolier, you can go ahead and grab one and throw it.
Okay, well then I'll throw one. Yeah, I'll go ahead and throw one of the daggers.
No, it doesn't take an action to grab or stow a weapon during a turn, but at the end of your turn, I do want to know what's in your hands. That's the extent to which I care about that.
Okay.
Yeah, attacking with a thrown weapon, drawing the weapon is part of the attack.
As long as it's somewhere accessible. You can't
Yeah,
dig
yeah,
all
as
the
long
way.
as it's not in a backpack or something.
Right.
No, they're on my body.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've got 2 daggers I can throw. So I'm gonna throw one of them.
Pantaloons had one in his hat, and then one in a place that he never disclosed.
I'm throwing the one right there next to Gus. So
Okay. Well, which one next to Gus? He's got 2 next to him.
well, he's to the left. That one literally the one literally right next to him.
Okay.
He didn't even disclose it to the DM, which is dangerous to do.
Yeah. Okay, that is not good. That one is only a 10, so that's not gonna hit.
10 hits.
10 hits. Okay.
A 10
They have
hits.
AC of Zombo, apparently.
No, I got you. Okay, so that should give me. What is the dagger? The dagger is it
D4
doesn't
plus
actually-
dex.
D4 plus dex. Okay, and then I should be able to do. What's his face with that? So
Sneak attack, yep.
yep, sneak attack.
Yeah, you sure can.
Okay, so the D4 plus 6.
See, if this were 3rd edition, aren't 3rd edition zombies, if these are zombies, actually immune to sneak attack?
Zombies
Yeah,
and
It's real
construct.
dumb.
I've never
They have-
I never understood the rationale for that.
I
They
don't
don't
like
have-
it. It
they don't
only
have
makes sense for like a
Okay.
iron golem with no like actual functional anatomy, but like you can jam a gear in a mechanical construct.
Sure. How much
so
damage?
7 damage on the base.
I guess the reasoning is they don't have internal organs, and you're hitting an internal organ.
Is that what sneak attack represents? Like literally, is hitting it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So 20 damage overall.
Okay. And you're staying put there across.
Yeah.
Are you
I mean, I
up,
can't move anywhere else. I've used everything I can.
up on the dais?
Which one did you?
I
hit,
mean,
Rallick?
yeah, I didn't have enough room to get off the dais.
Well, the square
so-
you're on has space that's off the dais.
Okay, yeah. If I can get off the dais, then I'm not going to be on the dais.
No problem. That's going to bring us to Alexander.
Let's go, Zambo.
Okay.
Sharpshooter on this guy.
Yep.
That'll hit an armor class of 15.
That'll hit.
Come on, 12s.
For 20 points of magical piercing damage.
Okay.
Second shot. Ooh, let's see if the gun explodes. It's fine.
Okay.
Bonus action. Scrappy can take a swing at this one himself.
Sure.
So, Scrappy.
That's a bonus action on your turn?
I use my bonus action to command Scrappy, and then on his turn he takes the action. So,
Okay, gotcha.
so this Scrappy hits an armor class of... They changed the way this works. I think it's... No, I have it written down. There we go. Plus 8. 18.
Yeah, that'll hit.
D8 plus 3 force.
This is the lowest AC monster I've used in a very, very long time.
For 9 force damage.
All right. And Alex and Scrappy are staying put there?
Yeah, and I'm also... Let's go ahead and... as Alex reloads the gun, he pulls a tab on it, and healing salve sprays out over Rallick. Let's find some 6s. There. 4.
One of the downsides of not having like 2 rogues in the party is there's not just 6s everywhere.
4, 11 healing.
So Rallick gets back 11 points.
Yep.
And that winds us back around to Lucius.
I'm gonna go ahead and take a shot, take some Eldritch Blast shots at this guy. Actually, I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna hex. So I'm just gonna take the shot because I don't know. That's probably gonna hit. Eldritch Blast. It's not yet. That's a 28 to hit
28 will hit.
for 7 force damage.
Okay.
And second shot, that's a 23 to hit
Also hits.
for 11 force damage. And for what it's worth, it's pushed 10 feet.
You
Or
just
pushed 20 feet.
shove it against the back wall, and some of the... well, nothing comes spilled off of the shelves because it's all secured and tied up there, but you're pretty sure you smashed a sandwich in one of the tied up provision parcels.
Okay.
Somebody's turkey club is ruined.
Good.
And
They
you're
deserve for having something that people could just stumble into like this.
you're staying put there.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay put here.
Mr. Connor.
Hello.
Hi.
How are we doing today?
I'm actually doing great. Having a great day.
I'm happy for you. All right. So bonus action, Slayer's Prey.
Mm-hmm.
That guy there.
Who-
I'm going to.
Is now looking fairly bloody, but here's the thing. As you guys are damaging it, parts of its body, its upper torso, and its limbs, and maybe along its neck and back, where it was just shoved backwards into this bookshelf, are starting to split, but not bleed the way you would expect. And Gus, you're trained in medicine, yes?
Yeah.
standing here seeing the splits. The splits are happening, and you can see stitchings in between the splits. You can see into the thing's chest cavity where it has its bones and organs and whatnot. But the thing does not seem to feel any pain, and it is not bleeding.
Wow,
Like that.
that's really off-putting. I better shoot it.
Remember, your bow's a +2.
It is a +2, yeah. No, I got it. Don't you worry.
Yeah.
It's like the best bow.
That is a 30
To hit?
to hit.
Sorry,
Yeah.
it's too high. It's too good.
It's too high, huh?
Your arrow escapes the tower and finds a better monster to hit.
It phases out of existence.
You lapped its AC.
That's 7 force damage.
Lapped its
Or
AC
7 piercing damage. Sorry.
3 times. He lapped its AC. For 7 damage?
Yep.
Alright.
Sorry, 13 damage. I can't do math.
Okay.
And I got a second arrow. That is a 26 to hit.
Also will hit.
I get so excited when I get Slayer Spray. That's 12 more damage.
And that's enough. You put an arrow into this thing's neck, and then you put another one, you aim right for the split, going down its chest cavity. And you can't tell at a glance what organ is in there, but you're pretty sure it's important, so you put an arrow into it. And as you do, the thing's neck snaps backwards, and its mouth opens, gaping, although no sound issues forth. And it just crumples first to its knees, and then over onto its side, and it moves no more.
Connor nods approvingly to Alex.
You know what? That's a house rule I'm going to institute now. If you ever hit something AC 30, you miss what you're aiming at and just hit the nearest Tarask.
Connor would be down for fighting a Tarask. Connor would be down for fighting a Tarask.
Somewhere in another reality,
Should we do an exhibition match at the end of this campaign, you guys versus the Tarask? Connor, moving or staying put?
Nope. This is a good place to be.
All right.
Here, against the wall, away from the zombies. Maybe.
So which one of these zombies is which one of these creatures is gone?
This top one here. Boop. Before the other two continue to pound the hell out of Gus, Alex, from down below you, at least 2 floors down, like the floor you came in on, you start hearing a voice. Not calling, not shouting, but kind of muttering loudly to itself. Just on the edge of, I mean, there's a lot of noise going on in this room, but just on the edge of perception, to the point where you can't even make out what language it is. But someone is muttering and heading upstairs, probably summoned by the loud thunderclap from just a few moments ago. And now we're going to beat the hell out of Gus.
You can try.
I am going to try.
Scrappy will deflect attack the one that's next to him.
Sure. That's not going to hit. The first attack on the first one. The second attack's not going to hit. 2 more attacks from the other man. 22.
Thinking, what's more important, my spell slots or my HP? I'll take it.
Okay, so his first attack will hit for, again, super low roll. It's going to be 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
The hell?
I only roll big numbers when I'm attacking the squishies. That's just how it works.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
hit the guy with like 26 AC for no damage, but the guy with 14 you just destroy. So,
Right.
okay.
I have 69 hit points left.
Get wrecked, nerd.
Yeah.
That's going to bring us to
Nice.
Gus's turn.
Guys,
That's
I have a
the
feeling-
number, right?
I have a feeling protection from good and evil isn't working.
Yeah.
That means it's not Fey or Fiend or Fey or Undead or Celestial or Fey or Fey.
Or Fae.
Or Fey.
I think
Did you mention Faye?
Would that spell work against Tina Fey? Like if
Oh,
she was
yeah, absolutely.
she was coming at you with a bat. Gus, you're up.
Okay, I am going to use one of my new cantrip, the new cantrip I picked up when I got level 10. and that is Green Flame Blade.
Sounds gross.
Yes. Anyway, I'm going to hit this guy
Mm-hmm.
with my hammer, and it's going to Green Flame. That is a 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay, and let me see what the exact damage is on Green Flame Blade. So regardless, he takes 8 bludgeoning, and he also takes 1d8 fire damage. He takes 8, so he takes 8 bludgeoning, 8 fire, and then this guy takes 3 fire damage.
Okay. So you light your sword on fire with green flame and slash through the first one, and the fire leaps to the second one. Sword and hammer is the same thing. And their bodies don't just burn but they actually catch fire just for a moment. And as their flesh burns away, it doesn't give you the impression of flesh burning the way you would cook meat over a fire or something, but rather of paper burning, of crinkling away into ash. And both of them have taken severe damage from the fire.
Okay. So I've also got bonus action to do my 1 extra physical attack.
Green flame does not apply to that attack, though, does it?
So Green Flame Blade is the same thing. It's basically like Booming Blade.
It's booming. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay, so it only applies to your next melee attack.
Right. Yeah.
Cool.
So this is just a normal attack, and I got a nat 20.
Mm-hmm. Sure you did.
It's right there. Look.
Sure you. Mm-hmm. You just set that 20 there. I wasn't watching.
Anyway, that is 17 points of 18 points of magical bludgeoning damage to this guy right here.
Okay. And very severely bloodied now, that one. Most of its skin on its torso you just burned away. You crash into its head one more time, and you can see it stumbling back and forth, but still not making any sounds of its own. And are you moving or staying put?
I'm gonna stay right here. I'm fine.
It's going to bring us to Rallick.
Alright, can I hit that one for Gus, or is he in the way of me throwing the dagger at it?
No, you can hit both those guys.
Okay, well, I'm going to throw my other dagger at that one, and that'll leave me with nothing in either hand.
Okay.
So...
Only carry 2 daggers? Psh.
That is 15.
15 will hit.
Somewhere up there, Red is really upset. Like 80 of those things.
I think Red had more daggers than Pantaloons did.
Red had more daggers than treasure.
One base damage.
He's never
Or not
gonna let
one,
that go.
1 plus 3, 4 base damage. And then... That's a better roll, 17. So 21 total damage again.
And you sink the dagger directly in the thing's eye socket, and it blasts backwards against the bookshelf, and then slumps forward at Gus's feet, and moves no more. Rallick, are you moving or staying put?
Staying put.
Okay, that's going to bring us to Alexander.
All right, let's go ahead and get a sharpshooter shot at the one that's still up. That'll hit an armor class of 20.
That'll hit.
Or 23 magical piercing damage.
23, you say?
Yeah.
Very good.
And a second shot. That'll hit an armor class of 19.
Also hits.
Or another 23 magical piercing damage.
And this one is now bloodied.
And then Scrappy gets to swipe at it. Scrappy hits an armor class of 13.
Yeah, this one is also looking fairly bloodied as well. Dead on its
13
feet,
on
you say.
Scrappy's attack, is that it?
Yeah, yes, it does. Oh, I thought you had
That's
13
another-
damage on his attack.
8 force damage.
Yeah, looking very severely bloodied. And
That's the end of my turn.
that's going to bring us to Lucius.
Let's go ahead and see if I can't do a number on this guy. And maybe finish him off, get some temporary hit points. That'd be nice. That's a 16 to hit
16 will hit.
for 7 force damage.
Okay.
Second shot, even more to hit for 12 points of force damage.
And that's enough. Once again, this guy hitting him with your Eldritch Blast and pushing him up against the bookshelf, and he slumps forward such that he's draped over one of the chairs.
Thank you. 15 temporary hit points.
Is Lucius moving or staying put?
Do I hear the sound of somebody coming up the stairs?
What's your passive perception?
As perception is 18.
You didn't hear it as clearly as Alex did. He's like standing right there at the door. But as you put this large zombie on the ground and watch it collapse, in the seconds after that, you think you can hear the muttering from downstairs, drawing nearer to you.
Move here to make space.
Connor, Lucius somehow kills the last creature, then ducks behind you for protection.
Yeah. Lucius?
Something coming upstairs.
All right. Well, Connor points his bow at the stairs.
If you're putting your bow at the doorway here, is that what
Yeah.
you mean? Okay.
It
Alex
almost kind of
will-
looks like, yeah, it almost kind of looks like he's about to shoot Alex.
Yeah,
But he
Alex will
won't.
make some room and bring Scrappy over.
Oh, you don't have a turn right now. It's Connor's turn.
Yeah, ready in action, arrow pointing at the doorway.
Okay. Alex, from your position at the doorway, you do start to hear footfalls, and then you see, coming up around the curvature of the stair, an old gnome wearing the same silvered robes, moving up the stairs in a hell of a hurry. And when he gets about this far, looking around and sees you standing there, throws up its hands and shouts at you in Gnomish, "What's all the bloody noise about? Which one are you?"
There's some zombies. We're having a bit of a zombie issue.
They're golems, you nitwit, not zombies. I told you
no,
not to fuck with the telescope. Did you fuck with the telescope?
You is plural in that sentence, right? So yes.
Well, he can only see you. He can't see anybody else in the room.
Yeah, no, but that's what Alex responds with.
Okay. Hey, he says there's only 4 of you downstairs. How many more are up there fucking with my telescope?
Well, 1 fucking with the telescope and 5 licking our wounds from golems.
Anybody else immediately... Connor, are you going to loose an arrow with this guy when he comes up the stairs?
God, it's really tempting.
Because that's what's about to happen. He's going to finish his movement, and I mean, he has to end his movement here. But at this point, he would very clearly be able to see Connor and Lucius standing against the wall, and Rallick hunched down next to the dais. So when he gets this far, his eyes get real wide. He stops mid-sentence. It looks, Alex, like he was just going to barrel right through you, push you aside, and come in. Changes his mind very swiftly, and if he had any movement, he would now be turning to flee down the stairs.
Connor says,
Not Connor's turn.
okay.
I want to give Gus, Rallick, and Alex an opportunity to attack this guy if they want to, before I decide to pull it off of initiative.
Gus, so it's my turn, right? Gus is going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and I'm gonna grapple him.
Okay.
I'm gonna just tackle this gnome.
Go ahead and give me a hit roll.
Oh, it's a hit roll.
Are you say tackle or grapple?
I'm trying to grapple him. I'm trying to grab a hold of him.
Then yeah, that you need to make a hit roll.
That is a 18. Thought it was a athletics check for grapple. Basically the same either way, so.
So you just reach down and put your arms around and grab hold of this guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
When you do, I mean, you get him grappled. You're holding him to the point where he's not going to be able. He's a gnome, so you can pick him up off the ground if you want. But where you're reaching around his torso, clasping his arms to his sides, you feel under his robes. It feels like he's got books just strapped to his chest and back.
Okay.
And are you moving anywhere or staying put?
That took all of my movement.
So you're just grappling him there at the top of the stairs. Rallick.
Only thing Rallick's gonna do is he's gonna walk over casually, retrieve both of his daggers, and then gonna move over here and hang out by them and watch what's happening.
What about Alex and Scrappy?
Alex is gonna holster his gun over his shoulder, light a cigarette. Scrappy's gonna move over to the base of the telescope, and Alex will just kind of walk back into the room.
Okay.
Let Gus have freedom to move.
I need everybody, if you don't mind, or if you do mind, I guess you still have to, make me a dexterity saving throw.
7.
27.
12.
15.
Okay, I add today. 16.
Looking for a 14. Did everybody pass a 14?
No.
I did.
No.
40 points. Scrappy has to make the save too. 40 points of fire damage. As Gus, you get your arms around this guy and he's kicking and banging his heels against your armor. And then he calms down for a second, speaks a magic word. And no sooner that he does that does a fireball explode in the room, filling the whole room up with supernatural heat. And though most of the room is made of wood, it doesn't catch fire. The chairs and the telescope, some of the parcels packed on the shelves are badly singed, and some of them are burning. But the fireball explodes in the room. And the gnome has stopped struggling in your arms, and he coughs. You want another one, or are you going to put me down?
Let's see. That was a absorb elements from Gus.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's an absorb elements from Alex too.
Sure.
That
So
was
it's 40 points of
3 hit
damage,
points from Lucius.
20 if you pass the save, DC 14.
And Scrappy's down.
That's going to bring us to...
Okay, well I'm gonna uncanny dodge then, and then that'll drop it down to at least 10. So
Do you get
You have evasion?
evasion?
I don't see anything called evasion.
You do have it.
I think by level 10 a rogue would have it.
I'm not level 10.
Oh, I thought they got it at like 7.
They get it at 7.
Yeah, it's not that high.
Basically, if you pass a deck save, you don't. Take
Well, I'll tell you
any-
what. Take the full damage this round, and then look
Yeah.
it up and read evasion, and you'll never forget it again.
When you were subject to an effect that allows you to make a dex saving throw to take only half. Okay, that'll work. Gotcha.
Did I skip Lucius and Connor there? I don't remember. I might have. Did
Yes.
you guys do anything against the gnome on your turns before he exploded a fireball?
I didn't even have a crack at the gnome.
Yeah, neither did I. Connor
I
was
mean, I
going to
would've-
say. Go ahead. You're first.
No, you go ahead. No.
You are first on initiative, my buddy.
Yep. Lucius.
Lucius was going to say. Now listen, we're just looking for Telesnastap's property.
But you weren't going to attack him.
No.
Connor, were you going to attack him?
No.
Okay, then I skipped y'all's turns, but it doesn't matter.
Well, Connor wanted to say,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you called it a telescope? Yeah, I fucked your telescope. I'm sorry. It was very unsatisfying.
Excellent.
What?
I waited 5
And
minutes.
then he explodes the room with a fireball and tells Gus, do you want another one of those, or do you want to put me down? And now it's Gus's turn.
Don't make me fuck your telescope again.
I am thinking about throwing him down the stairs.
Okay.
I mean, don't think too hard. This is 6 seconds, buddy.
Okay. I'm just going to throw him down the stairs.
Just throw him down the stairs? Alright.
Yeah.
What saves does he have? None? Really? They didn't give this guy any saving throws?
You don't get
Okay.
to be politely set on the ground when you detonate a 40-point
Yeah,
fireball.
you pitch him down the stairs and he crumples and bangs against the walls and he probably lands on the second floor landing down there. And are you following him or is that it?
Yeah, I'll go after him.
Okay, so you're coming down the stairs here?
Yes. Where am I? Yeah, here
Yeah,
we go.
he's just laying prone on the ground down here.
There you go. I put you down.
That's gonna bring us to Rallick.
Rallick's gonna kind of stay put up here and since Gus is on another one, if he's gonna let the wizard kill him, then Rallick's not gonna get in his way. He's hurt enough as it is.
So you're staying put?
Yeah.
Alex. Now remember, in this room, you have the 4 people tied to chairs, unconscious. Is Alex muted?
Is this like a open stairwell or what?
There's just a
Like, can I
railing.
see into the room?
There's a railing there. You can see into the room.
Okay, and the people down here are still there?
Oh yeah, the 4 people are still tied to the chairs, unconscious.
Okay. Gus, come on!
I do not take very kindly to being fireballed.
That's the end of Alex. I'll dodge.
Okay. Gus says he doesn't take kindly to being fireballed, to which the gnome responds, "You'll take whatever he gives you." Lucius. Back to you, my friend.
Yep. And can I?
If everybody agrees we're not going to attack this guy, we can come off initiative. We don't need to stay on turn order.
Oh, but he's acting like he needs an arrow in the head. I'm not Killian. That's fine.
Lucius is going to break line of sight because
Well-
he can't take another one. He wouldn't be able to take another one of those to the face.
Line of sight's already broken because, I mean, you can't see very far down these stairs because they're spiraling down and away from you.
Yeah. We're just gonna go ahead and perch right here, and I'm going to dodge.
Yeah, we can come off initiative then. And the gnome gets up to his feet, brushes himself off. Gus, do you prevent him from moving at all?
No. In fact, I would help him up to his feet.
And as soon as he gets up to his feet, he scampers into the middle of the room here. And you can see where his own robes are singed, but he himself, he's a relatively aged creature. And you can see where some of the hair on his face and his beard and his big bushy eyebrows have been singed away. But he himself seems no worse for wear from just being in the epicenter of his own fireball. And he looks at you, and he puts his hands out in front of them, and he says that if you come one step closer, he's going to give you another one. And the people in these chairs don't have the same protections than I do. And their deaths will be on your conscience, boy.
I don't think that's how that works. Like, if you murder them, then it's your fault, not mine.
And he tells you that you'll be murdering him if you take one more step forward.
I mean, I'll just cross my arms and lean up against the wall.
Here's what you're going to do. I'm going to go downstairs. You're going to count to 100 very, very loudly and very, very slowly. And then you're going to leave this place. And he nods vigorously. Yes?
I mean, we came here for something.
He shakes his head. Says, whatever you expected to find here, you will not find.
I'm pretty sure we already found it.
I'm not negotiating, I'm giving you a command.
Gus looks at Alex.
We do things my way, or all these people die. It's your choice. He can't. Well, he can see Alex because the railing there. What is Alex doing?
So why don't you? So first of all, sorry about grabbing you, and sorry about the fireball. And Alex just sort of looks at the charred remnants of what was once a cigarette in his hand. What exactly is going on here? You're wearing the same kind of robes, but you also seem pretty intent on incinerating these people, so that doesn't quite add up.
He looks you up and down, and Alex is pretty young, right, for a gnome?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, deep gnomes don't live very long, so he's actually middle-aged.
Oh, but you're a deep gnome. That's right. You see nothing but contempt in this man's face when his eyes fall on you, and he tells you that he's surprised you can add in any capacity. He tells you can keep the robe. Perhaps you'll get a gold piece from it. But he has not changed his mind. He's going to go downstairs and he wants to hear counting 1 to 100, loud and slow, before anybody moves. You guys upstairs can hear this conversation happening too. The doorway is open, so nobody's being subtle right now. There are no rules in D&D on how to resolve the Mexican standoff.
No, there are not. This is
It's really frustrating.
this is a Keyskin standoff.
Keys can stand off. Are you guys upstairs staying upstairs for the time being?
Yep. I am
I'm not in a
happy
hurry
to
to go
go.
down.
Yeah, no,
Alex will
I'm
start
going
loudly counting and give a very meaningful look to Gus and motion back up the stairs.
Gus rolls his eyes and starts counting.
And when you start counting, he slowly moves backwards towards the stairs, and then never taking his eyes off you, Gus, he slowly moves down the stairs, looking you through the railing.
Hey, stop. When he disappears, when I can no longer see him, I'm gonna misty step here.
So here's what happens: is he's backing down the stairs, yeah, and he comes down about here, and as soon as he's out of your line of sight, you hear him start booking it down the stairs. You misty step down, and he just runs directly into you. And sad to say, but we're gonna have to come back on initiative then. We'll come back up on Rallick's turn. I'm assuming Rallick, Connor, and Lucius are not doing anything since you have no idea what's going on.
No?
Alex, you also have an action in there, and you've seen what happened if you'd like to take an action here. Because Gus is now out of sight. You've seen him vanished, and it is your turn.
Damn it, Gus.
I thought that's
Close
what
the
you
door.
wanted me to do.
I wanted you to count!
So you go upstairs and close.
We're gonna
Close
have
the
to
door
have
for cover against fireball.
We're
All right,
gonna have to have a discussion
Gus.
about meaningful looks.
I need a dexterity saving throw.
You deserve all of this, guys.
Oh, these are low numbers. Come on.
That is a 3. But I'm going to use an absorb elements.
It's going to be 25 points of fire damage as he crashes into you and then detonates another fireball right there on the stairs. And the carpet has no protection against it. The carpet burns away, but the wood and the stone that make up the tower do seem to have protection against fire. You do notice that the chair to your right and the items on the table are the parchment there, the inkwell, knocked over by the blast. The chair and the table catch fire. And the few just stray books on these shelves also catch fire.
All right, I'm going to.
Well, hold on. He's going to detonate the fireball, and then he's going to. You get to. He's leaving your threat range.
Yeah, I'm going to make an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
That is a 14.
A 14 to hit.
Yes.
That does hit.
Okay. So he takes 9 bludgeoning damage and 2 fire damage from the absorb elements. So rarely gets to use that part of the spell.
But it doesn't inhibit his movement anyway, does it?
No.
Okay.
I don't have Sentinel.
And yeah, he scampers away upstairs as quickly as his little gnome legs can carry him.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's your turn.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay.
Oh, look, I caught up to you.
As you get up to the top of the stairs, there was one person sitting in these north chairs here, and they are just, their body's just incinerated. The woman who you had woken up earlier. The other 3 were out of the blast range of the fireball, but this poor person was not. And just smoldering there.
I figured he would have been out of...
The gnome is working furiously at the door. He's mumbling something. You can tell he's using magic incantations and hand motions, probably to undo the arcane lock on the door. But he stops when he sees you running up behind him. And he turns around and shows you his hands again and just gives you a knowing look. Like, how many more of these fireballs do you think I have? What do you do to him?
I look at the dead body.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I'm just going to... Gus is upset about the dead body, so... wait, hold on. That's all my movement right there. So I'm going to...
Oh, you could hit him from that square.
Yeah, I know. I'm just deciding on how far Gus is going to take this murder. Like, is he going to full murder?
Never go full murder.
Well, nobody's here to watch Gus, so yeah, he's going to go all in.
Go full murder, okay.
Yeah. All right. That is a... this is a booming blade. It hits an AC of 19.
19 does hit.
And that is 3 bludgeoning. Excuse me, not 3 bludgeoning. 8 bludgeoning, 3 thunder.
Okay.
My bonus action hit is a 15.
That hits.
For 10 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
How's he looking?
He's looking bloodied. I mean, your hammer is not improving his day. That's for sure.
Okay. I'm going to ask him if he will surrender. And then if he doesn't, I'm going to action surge and hit him again.
You give him the opportunity to surrender?
Yes. Like, I'm telling him he can surrender.
He puts his hands up, but now he's splaying his fingers out. And he says, very well.
Okay.
Do you continue to beat on him?
No, but I am, like, going to put my hammer down.
On his head? With force?
I'm going to, like, put my hammer back on my side. I'm going to put it on the hook I keep on my side.
Okay.
And then that'll end my turn.
All right. It's going to bring us to... So, Rallick, here's what happens from your perspective is Alex fled back into the room, threw the door shut, and then you heard another explosion from downstairs. And that's where we're at now. And it's your turn.
Rallick's going to look at Alex and say, he's pretty good with that hammer, and he can take a punch, but he's pretty dense, isn't he? He's pretty
We're going to have a talk about your knowing looks, Alex.
Wait, do you mean dense as in stupid, or dense as in has very high AC?
Yes.
Like
Whatever the most negative connotation you can take out of that.
He has a high molecular density.
Yeah.
Is anybody doing anything
Fair.
upstairs?
I'm not doing anything, no.
No.
Until I know that guy's either dead or Gus is dead, I'm not going in. I'm not gonna go through
Yeah,
that
after
door.
after like one round and after hearing the fireball, Alex will slide the door open just enough for him to slip out and come down.
And when you come downstairs, you see the gnome is savagely beaten at this point. Has sunk down onto one knee, holding his hands out, splayed in front of him. And Gus is no longer beating him. That's the scene when you come down the stairs.
Plus, there's a burnt corpse tied to one of the chairs.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
If you like, as an action, I'll let you make an Arcana check this round.
Sure. That's an Arcana of 23.
Looking at the gnome, like I say, his hair and his robes are singed, but he apparently had some protection against the fireball. However, from your perspective coming downstairs, when you see the back of his neck where his hair is burned away, you do see scorch marks on the flesh. Whatever trick he's using to withstand the power of his own fireballs, he probably can't do it indefinitely.
Yeah. Looks like it's clear.
Gus, are we gonna kill this guy?
Not yet.
What are we doing with him?
I'm going to gag him and tie his hands up where he can't do somatic or verbal gestures.
Okay, so you step forward and you put a gag in his mouth and you tie his hands behind his back, and he's not happy at all with anything that's happening. But he's also not resisting.
Right. And I'm going to pick him up, and I'm going to carry him to the rest of the group.
So you take him back up to
I'm
the...
not even shaking this gnome.
Taking him back upstairs?
The fact that you have to clarify that that's what you're doing is distressing in and of itself.
He goes, and I'll tell Alex, but look, I got him, just like you hinted at me you wanted me to do.
So you take the gnome upstairs, and that's a good place to take a 15-minute break. If you guys would like to get your coffee, get your bagel. We will reconvene at 4:30, and we'll see if Gus will shake this gnome.